How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farm Simulator 22 called the Valley Farm. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, on this fictional European-style map with 45 fields, crops, meadows, vineyards, olive grove, pasture, you will have the choice between cereal crops, livestock, cattle, sheep, pigs, chickens, and you can participate in the development industry and commerce in the region. A new crop has also been added, alfalfa. The farm aims to expand by buying the pig farm. To help you in the heavy task, you can count on the new agriculture equipment dealer. A bulk point of sale has been added. You can buy fodder, which is forage, lime, fertilizer, seeds, mineral supplement, total mix ration, manure. You will have the choice to sell your harvest and your productions in many points of sale. 2 grain cooperatives, 1 grain mill, 1 candy, 1 spinning, 1 wine cooperative, 1 livestock trader, 1 BGA, 1 sawmill, 1 sugar factory, 1 clothing factory, 1 lime production plant, 1 spinning, 1 dairy, 1 bakery, 1 restaurant. To help you finance your projects, you can go on the hunt for objects to collect. If you need water for your crops, you can draw it directly from the pond. The growth schedule is the default. And then there's a bunch of what appears to be French, and I put it into Google Translate, and it reads as follows. Learn more about the source text. You must indicate the source text for additional information. Send feedback, side panels. That's it. That's exactly what it says according to Google. There are mods required for this map, starting with the large outdoor chicken coop by The Lort, Bavarian Farm Buildings by Lucas G, Cow Farm Pack by Camelos0397, Large Pig Pen by Missy B, and Greenhouse by The Lort. This map was created by franchou and is 285.87 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You start out here, kind of almost center of the map, you are by your main residence, and then your farm is separate from that. So we will see those here shortly. You start out by owning farmlands number 1, 9, 25, 28, and 57. Let's see, farmlands number 1 is your main farm, as well as the kind of periphery, aka the shops, the buy points, and just the whole outer edges of the map. Number 9 is a field of canola, and you know what it just occurred to me? I don't think I actually saw, I don't have any of the notes taken down. So let's see, where's 9? There's 9. Ready to harvest the canola. 25 is a field with no product in it. You have 28, which is cotton, and that is growing. And then 57 is, again, your farm. So your main farm and your residence are broken up into 2 separate areas. You can purchase all areas of the map. You do start out with some animal pens, as you can see here. Contracts are available, no production points to start out with, and there are collectibles, 10 to be precise. And we take a look at mod specific for this map. There is nothing under the buy menu, but under the build mode, we take a look here under buildings. If we scroll to the right, you'll see here, well, hold on. Got the Bavarian. There we go. The Valley Farm right there. Under silos, you'll see the Valley Farm there for mods specific to this map. Nothing under silo extensions, containers, or tools, but under farmhouses, we do have that. Under productions, we scroll to the right. You'll see you have a biogas that's modified for this map. Selling points, you have the stone or the debris crusher right there. And then under greenhouses, you also have these here, the Valley Farm right there. Nothing under orchards or generators. If we go under animals, you'll see here the Valley Farm for cows. Nothing for horses. You do have one for pigs, sheep, chickens, nothing for bees, and nothing for others. Decorations, there's nothing under the fences or the lights, but there are others. Scroll to the right, you will see the Valley Farm right there. And then lastly, under landscaping, if we take a look at painting, we do have additional painting swatches, but nothing under trees or plants. Now, we do start here at the residence. This does technically start as the starting farm, so I will go over the starting equipment. Under the buy menu, under owned items, small tractors, you have the Buer 6105, medium tractors, the Massey Ferguson 6718S, harvesters, the Deutz-Fahr Toplighter 4090H, trailers, the Rudolph TDK 301 RP, the header for the Deutz-Fahr, stone pickers, you have the Degelman Rock King 9600, mulchers, the Nochi Speed Max 560, plows, the Agrimaz POV 5XL, cultivators, the Lemken Schmargd 9500K, seeders, the Nordstein HK25 NS3030, weeders, the Enbach Aerostar Exact 600, mowers, the Kverneland 4140L, tedders, the Pottinger Alpenhit 4.4H, the windrowers, you have the K-Brand GA4731, balers, the Pottinger Impress 125F Pro, front loaders, the Quickie Q6M, front loader tools, you have the Albut pallet fork and the round bale fork. Low loaders, you have the Bremer Transport Wagon TP500S, header trailer for your Deutz-Fahr header, and under weights you have the Agco 2300. Now starting here, we have our sleep trigger and a chicken pasture where we can hold up to 500 chickens. Feed here, egg spawn here. Now we head out here to the north. There it is. Went around the wrong side. Spinnery for 60,000. Inputs here, outputs there. Over here is the sugar mill. 80,000 purchase this. Output here and input around the back side. Right over there. Next door, we have our shop trigger right here. And beside it, repair trigger here. And a fuel tank, or a gas station as the game labels it, right here. And now we need to kind of head down. Backtrack just a little ways. It's right here to the southern portion of town. Tucked away in here, you have the tailor shop for 100,000. Purchase this. Inputs here, outputs are tucked away in the back here, and you have a repair. I'm sorry, not a repair trigger, a wardrobe trigger right here. And then I'm passed by this here. This is the restaurant sell point. Now we continue to head through town. Let's see, I think, yes. Over here is the bakery. You have your inputs and outputs here. And tucked around the back here is the trigger. 50,000 to purchase that. Next, we're going to cut through the hedging right back over here. Great processing unit for $80,000. Output here, input here. And then tucked away now over here are a boatload of greenhouses. You can purchase these greenhouses for 10 grand a piece, and they produce standard products, the lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries. and they require water and manure. You've got 5 of them here, so you can produce quite a bit of stuff. And now, I'm gonna head down this way. Alright, now right here, you have a repair trigger, and this is the main kind of farm area. So you have your residence and you have your farm. This is the farm. You can see it's laid out rather nicely. You get quite a bit of storage. Here you have your silo. Now we're going to run right next door, across the street actually, to over here. So here is your cow barn. 120 cows are available to be in here. If your slurry output here. If your milk trigger here. Feed trigger here, as well as your straw point is in here as well. Let's see, I believe, yes, back here is your sheep pasture, room for 80 sheep here, and water and feed right there. Right next to it is the manure heap right here, bunker silo here. Let's see, is it in here? No, not in here. Wait a minute. Nope, I'm trying to... Oh, that's right, there's a ramp right here. Just wanted to see if... Okay, no. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any triggers in here. I'm pretty sure I got everything here. So let's take a look at the map and see what where we've been to so far and what we've seen. So going back to the map, we started here in town, right at our main kind of house area with the chickens. Went up to the spinnery, then over to sugar mill, the vehicle and repair shop, as well as the gas station, aka the fuel tank that's out front of the main shop area. We came down here, we saw the restaurant and the tailor shop, over to the bakery, up to the grape processing unit, and then across to the greenhouses. Came all the way down here to the main farm. We saw the repair trigger, the silo, up here to the cow shed, the sheep pasture, and the manure heap. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and grab us a tractor. I believe, let's see, tractors are back over here. I think actually tucked in here. Yes. There we go. Okay, from here, going to this cool little archway back here. And we're just going to get to this intersection and cross the street. Okay. Starting here, we have the dairy. You have your input and output right there. And the trigger is right here. You can purchase this for $70,000. Continuing down the road. Tucked away in here is the La Coopérative de l'Est sell point. And then across the street is the grain mill. We purchased this for $96,000. Inputs here, outputs there. Now I just need to turn around. Now here, if we make a left and follow this around, we'll see our next point of interest. Okay, so right here, if we take a look at the map, we were here at the main farm area. We were just taking in everything around here. We came out to this intersection, came down to here. We saw the dairy, the grain mill, and the Les Coopératives de l'Est. We then came back to this side road out to here. If we purchase farmland number 54 for $29,040, you can see we get a pasture that pops up. Open this up, where we can have up to 150 sheep. Inputs for feed, water, output for the wool. Now we're just going to follow this around. We're just going to continue until we get back to the main road. Okay, here we're going to make a left. Get down to the bottom of this hill. We're going to make a right. Okay, stop here. This is the oil mill. We have our inputs here. Trigger right here, $80,000. We'll purchase this. And typically the output is right there next to it, but I didn't see the box for it. I just noticed that. So typically the output's right here, but I'm not seeing that. Let me just get a higher view. No, I'm not seeing one. So I'm going to presume that just like normal, because this is the base kind of oil mill, you spawn right in this area. Now head down in this direction a little bit further. And just a little ways down the road from there, you'll see these kind of fenced area coming into view. And that is our next point of interest. Let's see, about right here will be perfect. So we'll slow down and stop here. So we're here at the sheep pasture. We then follow the road around down to here to the oil mill, and then up to here, farmland number 40. If we purchase this for $66,780, you can see now we have another pasture that pops up. And this one's for cows. We can have up to 200 cows at this location. Feed is here, and water is right back there. Now we just continue following this road around. We have a little ways before we get to the next point of interest. So up here at this intersection, we're going to make a left. Now tucked away in here. All right, that sell point right back there, that is the La Coopérative de Lust. Over here is a buy point called the Vente en Vrac. This will sell you the forage, lime, solid fertilizer, seeds, mineral feed, TMR, and manure. And then tucked away in the back is the debris crusher. Now coming back out of here, we follow this 2-track up and around back here. And now we're at the sawmill. Now if we pull over here, come up to the icon, you can buy this for $100,000 with chip output here. You have your main input here with your wood cell trigger here and your output right there. So now, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I was looking down at my notes and panicked there for a second. So heading back down this way. Make a right, followed by an immediate left. Now we're going to head in this direction for a little ways until we get to the next point of interest. Okay, so this intersection coming up here, we're going to make a left. Now tucked away back here, alright, over here is the animal dealer sell point, and here is the animal dealer. Now you can come to this location and purchase your animals directly using this icon. You can also use this same icon at your pens and pastures to purchase again directly. If you choose to use this icon or the ones at your pens and pastures, you will incur a delivery fee. It's essentially simulating the animal dealer bringing the animals to your pens and pastures for you. To save that money, you can bring an animal trailer to this location, load directly into that animal trailer, and then transport the animals to the pens and pastures yourself. Now, to give you a point of reference, cows, an adult cow will cost $100 per cow. So just cows alone can save you quite a bit of money if you're buying enough of them. So just something to keep in mind as a just in case if you want to save a little money or if you want to just have the convenience of not having to worry about it. And now we're going to come back up to this intersection up here and make a left. And now I turn here. We're just going to keep following this road around until we get to our next point of interest. Which you can see is coming up here on the left. Okay. So we come up to here. We'll stop. Take a look at the map. We're here at the cow pasture. We then came all the way up to this area here where we saw the La Cooperative de Lost, the Vente un Vrac, and the Debris Crusher. So you have your sell point, buy point, and Debris Crusher sell point. We then came up this little 2-track back to the sawmill, came up and around over to here where we saw the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point, came out to here, up and around to this area, farmland number 58. If you purchase for $135,720, but we need some extra cash. There we go. Now you see a whole bunch of new stuff appear. So if we, whoops, hop out of there, open this up. Now starting over here, we have our sheep pasture where we can have room up to 60 sheep. We can have our feed input there. Our manure heap is back there. We have a water input. Where is that water input? No, I'm sorry. The sheep barn doesn't have water. This is an actual barn, not a pasture. What I got confused about is the pigsty that's right on top. Now you will see there's a little bit of a floor issue. You might be able to adjust it, maybe. Certainly worth a try. Let's see. No, not tucked in here. Here we go. Pig pen right here. 350 pigs. And this is a pasture, so you got your slurry there. You've got your feed, straw, and water right here. Let's see. And I showed the manure heap, the silo. That's what I forgot about. I think that's tucked in here. Yes, here it is. So you have your silo, you have your input all the way in the back, and your input here, output in the pipe right above. And now we're heading to our last point of interest. Now we're just going to follow this around. Now we'll continue out in this direction. Coming up on this main intersection up here, where we're going to want to make a right. Right here. And here we're going to do a little bit of off-roading. We're going to come between the trees right here. And up and around. So we can get to the biogas plant right here. Silage, bunker silo right there. We have our biogas right here for $1,093,800. You can purchase this. Solid inputs here, liquid outputs, aka your digestate right there. And that is it. That is the Valley Farm. Now it is time to render my opinion and let you know what I think of this map. 0 to 5 scale as always. What do I think of this? Well, I really like the layout. I think that this is a solid map. It's got some really, really good bones. Now, the only thing that really kind of draws me out of it is the complete overwhelming spattering of flowers all around the map. So especially right around the roadways. And then you get these kind of pops of color every once in a while in between. So you get these whites, these blues, you'll occasionally get the purples and reds. So just, it's that kind of borderline cartoony. It's not there yet. Like if all these purples and whites that were the kind of the tall prominent flowers If those were all vibrant and different colors and stuff, then it would be too far. But this is, it's too far in volume, but not too far in jarringness, if that makes sense. It doesn't jar me out of thinking, okay, well, this is just a map, this is just a really nice area kind of thing. It allows me to stay immersed. But if there was much more color than this, then it would be kind of too jarring. It would be too cartoony, as I tend to call it, and would just kind of pull you out of the immersion of the map. But other than that, this map's really solid. It's got a lot of good things going for it. It's got nice undulations in the fields, on the roads. It's got a lot of things that kind of distract and take your line of sight away from just your main central focus, which is getting from point A to point B. You actually have things to look at on this. Ooh, there's the car. You have things to look at on this map. Now, I have seen something like that. You can kind of see in the background where the kind of items are popping in and out. I have seen a little bit of that, but that tends to be very, very far in the distance, not really when you're close up to it. So it's not a huge deal breaker or anything like that as far as I can tell, just on my couple of, tours around here. So it's just one of those, just how bad does it bug you kind of thing. Other than that, like I said, solid map. I think that this is, very, very nice. I would give this probably a 3 to a 4. I'm going to leave it a pretty wide range, this one, because there's certain things about it that kind of I don't like about it, and I want to give it that kind of 3, to where it's, not a great map, not a bad map, just right there in between kind of thing, that right dead center. But then I also want to say, well, it's a 4 because there's so many elements about this that kind of leave me feeling satisfied. That kind of gut feeling that you get when you hop on a map. It's like, you know what, this is actually really nice. There's a lot of things going on that make this a very unique and playable experience. So I guess that being said, let's just split the total and go with the 3.5. I think that sounds fair. Yeah, I really, really think that the map maker did a really good job. If it weren't for the amount of flowers that were lining the road and the kind of overwhelmingness at times that is kind of prevalent on the map, especially here in the town. You get a lot of people who are walking across, like here, that can just really kind of gum things up and make it a little clunky. But I mean, like I said, small complaint on that regard. I love the details like this here. You got this little play yard right here. Just little things like this just really kind of make a map immersive and really kind of allows you to kind of lose yourself in the moment and in the map. So yeah, I think that's a good place to leave this. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.